In the months leading up to next year's study trip, we'll follow some of last year's students that have decided to go back to Africa for their study or for research.
Well, my name is Iris Nube. I'm 24 years old and I'm currently enrolled in the Research Master Child Development and Education here at the University of Amsterdam. And my main focus in the last couple of years has been deaf children and education of deaf children. And I've learned sign linguistics or sign language of the Netherlands and a lot of topics on sign linguistics in the past couple of years. Last year I decided to try to participate in the Gambia course because I thought it was really renewing or innovative. I'd never been to Africa before. I had conducted voluntary work before in Peru. So that experience, I learned a lot from that, so if possible I would do it again. And also because the topics of the course outline that was available were quite interesting, and the idea of a study trip with a group also interested me. I thought it was very overwhelming to be in Africa and to actually see a lot of the images that you see on the television, but also a lot of contradicting things. I would have expected nobody to have a mobile phone. I would have expected to see not so many cars and some other low-tech things. But actually the area where we were in was quite urban, and there was quite a lot of technology. Not available for everyone, but I just didn't expect it to be there. As with regard to all the organizations we went through, I thought it was very interesting to see how welcoming they were, or how open to meet us, and also how interested in what we did here in the Netherlands. I think that the Gambia trip was quite emotional for me and probably for the rest of the group as well. And whilst being there, there was so much information and so much going on that really processing it was not really possible. I, for myself, sometimes just took some time alone to be able to think about it or discussed it with other people in the group. But the really coping with it, I think, came when, upon returning in the Netherlands and being able to discuss it with friends and with family and telling all the stories. And I think for me, after coming back, you once again really realize how lucky you are to be born in the Netherlands and to have access to education and to transportation, and that everything runs on time and all these relatively normal things for us. But being away, even for a week, just makes you realize how lucky you are to be from a rich country.
After returning from the study trip to the Gambia, Iris decided to go back to the country to do research, which she will do mainly at the St. John's School for the Deaf.
I always wanted to conduct research in a developing country or to do voluntary work in a developing country, and via this study trip I really got an opportunity to see what it is really like, and therefore to know what I'm preparing myself for now. If I wouldn't have had the experience, it would have been a lot harder to prepare for the research I'm going to conduct there next year. My preliminary research questions for now is what the difference is in perspective of teachers and parents of deaf children in the urban area as opposed to the smaller schools in the rural area. But I don't know yet whether it's feasible or not, because I don't know if parents are willing to talk about it, because it's quite a stigmatized thing to have a disabled child. And also, I don't know if it's possible for me to travel throughout the countryside because I'm a single female traveling there, or not single, but by myself. So if that's not feasible, I won't compare them, but I will look at the perspectives of the parents with deaf children only in the urban area. I think for the students that go on a trip next year, it's important to prepare yourself to read about the Gambia, to actually read about the organizations that you're going to visit, and to think for yourself what you want to learn on a trip and what you want to ask those people. And I think you should really, if you're going or if you're applying, really be prepared that it's a working week and not a sunshine holiday. Even though we had our very nice moments waiting in the sunshine and even had some hours to spend on the beach, but it really is a working thing. And I also think that just mentally you're processing a lot of new informations and a lot of situations that you've never been in before. And I think it's really valuable to discuss that with classmates, and that's more important than hanging around on the beach.
Iris will be going back to the Gambia in January 2014. Follow her experiences and progress on studytripgambia.org.